Welcome everyone. Today, we're diving into the Canonical User ID in AWS IAM. Think of it as a secret handshake between AWS accounts. It's crucial for cross-account access and plays a big role in S3 bucket permissions. Without it, managing AWS resources securely would be like juggling flaming torches. Risky and chaotic. So let's break it down and make it simple. I'm Amelia James, a technology expert with 13 plus years of experience designing and delivering human resource management systems that actually work for people. I specialize in building scalable integrated HR platforms that streamline processes, enhance employee experience, and give leadership real-time, actionable insights. All right, let's get to the basics. What exactly is a Canonical User ID? AWS assigns this unique identifier to accounts. And no, it's not the same as your IAM user ID. It's like your AWS passport for resource sharing, especially for S3 bucket permissions. Without it, sharing resources would be like sending a letter without an address. Good luck getting it delivered. Why should we care about Canonical User ID? Well, imagine a world where AWS accounts couldn't recognize each other. Chaos. This ID ensures secure access control, helps with cross-account permissions, and is vital for managing S3 bucket policies. Without it, AWS security would be like an open door policy at a top secret facility. Not ideal. Now, where does this magical ID come into play? It's a key player in S3 bucket access control, cross-account resource sharing, and IAM user identification. Plus, it helps with security and compliance tracking. Think of it as AWS's way of making sure the right people have access, like a VIP list for your cloud resources. Let's talk about finding this ID using the AWS console. First, log in. Yes, that's step one. Then head over to S3 settings and check the bucket permissions. You'll find the Canonical User ID there, like a hidden treasure in the AWS jungle. No need for map, just follow these steps. Prefer the command line? No problem. Fire up AWS CLI and run AWS S3 API list buckets. You'll see the Canonical User ID pop up like magic. Just make sure you verify permissions, because guessing access rights is like playing poker blindfolded. IAM users also have Canonical User ID, and retrieving them is easy. You can check via AWS CLI or the console. These ID help with access control and security policies. Think of them as digital fingerprints, each one unique, ensuring the right access. Root users have their own Canonical User ID, and finding them is a bit different. Head to AWS account settings to check. These ID are crucial for account-wide permissions and security management. Without them, managing AWS would be like driving without a steering wheel. Dangerous. When it comes to S3 bucket permissions, the Canonical User ID is your best friend. It ensures secure access, is used in bucket policy settings, and prevents unauthorized access. Without it, sharing buckets would be like leaving your house keys on the sidewalk. Anyone could grab them. Finally, let's talk about cross-account access. The Canonical User ID helps share resources securely, manage permissions, and ensure smooth AWS collaboration. Without it, working across accounts would be like passing notes in class. Risky and unreliable. Security is like locking your front door, except in IAM, the stakes are much higher. First, always set up strong access controls so only the right people get in. Next, keep an eye on things with regular audits. Think of it as checking your security cameras. Encryption is your best friend when handling sensitive data, so use it wisely. And please, never hardcode user ID. It's like leaving your password on a sticky note. Finding the Canonical User ID can feel like searching for your keys in the dark. First, don't mix up IAM identifiers. Each has its own purpose. The AWS console doesn't always make things easy, so be prepared for some detective work. Documentation can be inconsistent, so cross-check multiple sources. And if you're managing multiple accounts, mapping user ID can be tricky. Think of it as untangling a bunch of headphone wires. Troubleshooting is like solving a mystery. except the clues are buried in AWS logs. Start with the AWS CLI to pull user details quickly. If things look off, check IAM policies. Sometimes access restrictions are the culprit. Always verify API responses to ensure you're getting the right user ID. And if all else fails, don't hesitate to call in AWS support. They're like the Sherlock Holmes of cloud issues. Managing Canonical User ID is like keeping your house organized. Everything needs a place. First, use IAM roles instead of hard-coded ID. It's like using a key card instead of a permanent key. Stick to the least privilege model. Only give access when absolutely necessary. Rotate credentials regularly, just like changing your passwords. And finally, document everything. Future you will thank you when troubleshooting. Sometimes the Canonical User ID isn't the best fit, so let's talk alternatives. IAM roles are great for temporary access, keeping things flexible. AWS Resource Access Manager helps share resources securely. Federated authentication is perfect for external users. Think of it as a guest pass. And AWS organizations. It's like having a master key for managing multiple accounts. The future of Canonical User ID is evolving, just like technology itself. Expect more automation in identity management, making life easier. Security will get even tighter, ensuring user ID are well protected. Multi-cloud integration is on the rise, so IAM will need to adapt. And who knows, Canonical User ID might eventually be replaced by something even better. Want to become an IAM expert? Start with AWS's official documentation. It's the holy grail of IAM knowledge. The Security Best Practices Guide is a must-read for keeping things safe. Community forums and AWS Re-Invent sessions are great for learning from real-world experiences. And if you're serious, hands-on labs and certification courses will take your skills to the next level. And that's a wrap. Canonical User ID plays a key role in IAM security, so understanding it is a must. Knowing how to retrieve and manage it makes life easier. Exploring alternatives can give you more flexibility. And remember, continuous learning is the secret sauce to mastering IAM. Thanks for tuning in and happy securing. Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us.